rising up in me. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Your love makes me sing. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Your love makes me sing. Your love's amazing. Your love is amazing, steady and unchanging. Your love is a mountain firm beneath my feet. Your love is a mystery. You make me sing. Hallelujah. Love makes me sing. Hallelujah. 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 Your love makes me sing. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Let's listen to the words of wisdom. It's great stuff, you know, and really, I don't know, it's getting lucky. I'm not trying to be a Bible pimp or anything, you know. I really hate that. Every time I get up and do anything, it's just try, I don't know. I'm lucky to be alive, so. And so, anything that happens, we'll just move on. To start with, I really didn't know. Ken said, "Hey, you want to come speak?" I said, "Well, no, not really." But then later I thought about it, and I said, "Well, I guess I can." And then I started thinking, now, what's some stuff I can talk about? Oh, I don't know. But we'll figure it out. So then Ken, we were talking in his office kind of for a while about Thomas Kincaid and other stuff. And he said, well, you know, just talk about what God's doing in your life. And so I went home, and we won't talk about that yet. Later I was thinking, I said, well, I really don't see God in my life. I'm not feeling that He's around right now. I think about it. I can intellectually know there's God and say, hey, there's something's going on. But sometimes I just don't feel anything except life. And that doesn't feel like God very often. Well, sometimes, I don't know. But to illustrate that, I got this really awesome stuff that I just pulled out. I really am into advertising, love it. And so I'm really drawn to the back of the Parade magazine. They have these things, collector's plates and eggs. And I love them because they're just fantastic. You know that you have to have this romantic classic. It's crafted out of porcelain, crowned with red rose finial. Well, I don't even know what that is, but it's crowned with it. You know, and you guys can later look at these. I was going to pass them around, but I really am touchy about this stuff. But here we got the light of peace. Here's Thomas Kincaid for you, Ken. He's got this lighthouse that's enchanting. It's masterful. They're using all these translucents. This is a lighthouse, and it lights up. And I'm just saying this, wow, this is great. My life sucks right now. If I had this lighthouse, I would be at peace. Then it moves on to Cinderella's dream come true. The carriage is real, and it's not going to turn into a pumpkin. It's elegantly sculpted. It's exquisitely crafted. Wow. More stuff. There's even more. That one I didn't rip out. This is just two cute kids, and it's inspired. It's really wonderful. Really. These are great. You should all be into this. Here we move on to the guardian of the skies, the dragon. The dragon is fierce. It's mighty. It's wonderful. It's amazing. It's shimmering magically every time the light changes, and it's roaring at you. I'm going to take an offering afterwards so I can get the dragon. But I might have to. Here we're going to finish up with this. I got more at home, but the Frank Sinatra singing doll. It's after old Blue Eyes croaked. They made a doll for him, and they also have a singing plate. It sings the same song, so you didn't have to reprogram it. But it's captivating audiences. It's amazing, beloved. All this great adjectives, wonderful. Cherish this forever. And then I look at myself and say, there's God, and that's amazing. But I'm not as excited as the guy that's singing dolls. This guy is going crazy, and how can I walk around and walk up to my friends and not be amazed at, at a toad or something, something crazy. That's amazing. But I'm not that worked up about it. I don't even have the truth. I don't even talk about God to people. I'd say, if I start talking about it, they're going to ask me where's my WWJD bracelet is and start, then it's going to turn into this whole heckling deal, and or something. I'm always easily held back when I'm talking about God, and I need to keep these things at the forefront of my mind. But it's really hard to do that. I don't know how to do that. That's one thing I'm talking about is how do you do that? I don't know. So if anyone knows how to be this excited about God and really inspire people, then you can tell me. But that's part of the story. Is it's not. Ken said don't finish, so it's not definitely not done. And I got more of the memorabilia at home. So got more of these. Now, so then we fast forward to today, where I woke up and said, well, I still don't have anything to talk about. I still don't see God. I'm angry. This life is not cool right now. It should be cool because I got all this great stuff. I've got these, and I got a job, and I have friends, many other things. I can walk around. Then I see people, I see people in a wheelchair, and I say, why the heck am I so depressed right now or angry when this guy can't even walk around or, fall off his bike, which I'm good at too. So if it gets disjointed, that's because my mind is kind of disjointed. So you just have to take whatever nuggets you can glean from what I'm talking about. Today, I just woke up. I didn't have anything to talk about. I went into class, and I think I passed the class I just finished up, which is nice. And so I said, okay, now I got a few hours, and I had to come up with something to speak to. There's 100 people in here, probably.
108.
108 people are going to be listening to you. This is getting kind of surreal right now. And I said, what am I going to talk about? I don't know where God is. I don't see him. I can see him in my mind by the intellectual analyzation of, nature of a plant, I can see that there's got to be God, but I still don't feel anything personal. So I said, I'm going to go and ride my bike. That'll make me think. I was sitting down trying to write something, and then it didn't work. So I rode my bike, went out to the pond of the people, and I rode around, tooling around. And I said, well, I'll pray. I finally started praying. I don't pray that much. You notice I didn't bring the Bible, because Ken said talk about my life, and I don't read the Bible that much. I do, but I pick it up and kind of point to places. I really don't have a system or a method for reading the Bible. I can't do it. I can't figure out how to be organized or something. But so I finally started praying today. And I just rode around, and I found this little spot by the river. And I just sat down and said, wow, this place is beautiful. God really is here. It's amazing. And I was about to start out saying magnificent, but there's nobody around to sell it to you. So I just sat down and I said, well, God, you're here. So I said, I got to remember this place because I'm really feeling in touch with God. Right then, a hawk comes flying down. It was a hawk-like bird. It was a raptor of sorts. Down, and it swooped up and away. And I said, wow, that's awesome. I don't see a hawk swoop down. It didn't eat me, so it wasn't 100% cool. It was still really awesome. I saw this hawk, and I thought, wow, this God is here, and God is in my life, and he's speaking to me, but I just got to listen. I don't know how to listen to God. I got to figure that out. And also at the same time, I started noticing these bugs. And I said, well, the bugs don't matter because this is so great. And they were biting me. But I said, it's God's here, and I'll just pray. And then I started thinking about the bugs as kind of a sin, It's there, And I was thinking, you know what? This is my brain. So I said, well, maybe instead of focusing on the sin, I should focus on how beautiful God is, And maybe that'll help the sin, it's still going to be there, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Then, of course, the mosquitoes got too bad and I had to leave. So I said, I guess you do have to take care of something somehow. I don't know how, but I had to leave the beautiful hawk spot and keep moving on this. It kind of turned into a trip, I'm not going to use the word journey because it's overused in Christian literature. So we're going to avoid Journey. And it's a band that I'm not too into, but others are. So then I started thinking about sin and how my life and these things, how I don't share that. And then what is my life really like? And I got this really awesome farmer's tan. See it? It's really intense. It's very defined. And I'm thinking, sometimes my life is like that, and what's on the outside, I got this pasty white underbelly of Christianity, and what the world sees isn't that, they don't see that in my life. So I'm still working, I don't know how to be this excited about God, but I'm going to try. There's Bill Murray too, that's not inspiring. I love Bill Murray. What about Bob? Anyway, so I got this farmer's tan life, and I don't know how to, I don't know how to fully, Oh yeah, I could keep going to that metaphor for a while. Yeah, I guess you guys are quicker than me because I didn't realize where I was going. So we know that God's here. We know that we need to be more excited about God. I do. This is me. And I just don't know how to get there. And so then I start thinking about how has God worked in my life? There's many times. It's hard when you're not thinking about it to remember those things. So I started thinking about it, and then I started remembering it right away. And I remember this time, this is where it gets dicey a little bit. Because it was fall quarter, and I got a lot of problems, and I can drink a lot of beer. So one time fall quarter, I had gone crazy. I kind of went crazy the night before, and I was feeling sick, depressed because I was sinning, had a headache, and this guy goes, "Hey man, let's play some guitar," because we'll play at the drop of a hat. So I said, I didn't want to. I said, "Oh, okay, I'll go get the string." And at that point, I'm feeling like God is not here because I don't deserve God to be around. I'm insane, and there's no hope of a cure. But I'll go and get this stupid guitar string because I have nothing other to look forward to in my life, except that I'm so depressed right now. So I get on, and I had a flat tire on my bike, so I had to ride my roommate's bike downtown. And my roommate's old bike, the City Limit, red. Someone stole it, that's why I'm describing it. If you've seen the City Limit, you want it back. So I get on the City Limit, and it's short, so I'm riding downtown like a clown. Riding downtown, really depressed, and at that point, I'm not feeling like this is a fun time because I'm so, I don't know if you guys have this, when you do something that you know is really bad, it takes me a while to get back on the pony, if you will. And so, right then my mental state was not too stable. And I'm riding around on the clown bike, just a stupid string. I don't want to buy it. I don't want to play guitar. I don't want to see a guitar. I don't want to be around anything because my head hurts and I don't want to drink anymore, but, I probably will later, but we don't know. So I keep going on the clown bike, and it's not fun at all. And I get down to about where the dean lives, in that neighborhood with trees and stuff. I don't know what that little neighborhood is called. But I'm riding the clown bike through, and I'm just going, oh, I'll never be good enough. God will always be mad at me. And then I see something from the clown bike. I see an object on the ground, but I had already passed it on the clown bike. And my head hurts too, and I was really mad. And I just, I see it, and then I realized, that's a wallet. I've got to stop. So I slam on the brakes on the clown bike, turn around, and I ride back to the wallet. And then I stop and get off, and I grab the wallet. And I say, you know what? I need money. Oh, I had $1.10, and the guitar string is $1.08. So my mind is depressed. I have no money, and I said, I found this wallet. And well, first thing is, I can use the money in the wallet to buy more guitar strings or food or something, anything. And then I said, no, if I do this good deed, it'll make me feel better about myself, and so I won't be so depressed. I'm going to return the wallet to the rightful owner. And so I grab the wallet, and I pull out my citizen badge, and I shine it up, and I grab the wallet. And then I see that the wallet's kind of old, but I said, well, whoever lost it, they love this wallet. It's well worn. And I opened the wallet to see the identification. And I was curious about how much money was in there, but I was still going to return it. Because I was on the upswing. And so then I open it, and I see there's no ID in here. So I said, I'm not going to be able to return it. Guess I get the money. That's sweet. And then I noticed this wallet is really old. It seems as though the wallet has been outside for a long time. And then I say, well, I'll look and see if there's money. And when I looked at the wallet from the end, I noticed that there isn't any money, but there's a substance of some sort in the wallet. And I said, whoa, was it dirt? Was this in the garbage truck? And then my nose gets a whiff of something that smells like feces. And I realize that someone is playing a joke and has stuffed the wallet full of dog excrement. And I grabbed it after I rode by in the clown bike, turned back, and so I'm just going, and I started laughing so hard, I just rode away just laughing like a maniac. There is a God. And so, I don't know how that fits in, but it does somehow. Really. It just means that I guess that God is always there somehow, even if it's in a wallet stuffed full of poo. He's got you. And and I can remember these things when I stop letting my mind think God's not here right now. Or I don't understand I don't understand how people, can die and suffer, and why some guy's handicapped, and I'm such a moron sometimes, and I'm not handicapped, but you'd think that I could go for some, problems, some more ailments or something, because I just don't deserve to be walking around sometimes. These notes are pretty out there. I guess one thing an analogy I was going to use later is I went on a bike trip a couple weeks ago, and I'm just now being able to sit down again. So we biked from Seattle to Portland, and it was really fun, and I didn't train, so maybe I should train next time because I'll go faster. But the second day, I somehow got in this line of people riding, and they had trained, but I hadn't trained, and I was in the line. They don't know that because I'm dressed to the hilt with the... I find out later, at one point we're going 27 miles an hour on bikes. And I didn't know this, or I would have said, guys, this is not smart. What are we doing? But I was just stuck in this line, and I could not slow down because there was a wind coming the other way. And if you bike into a wind, which I do all the time going home, not on the clown bike. I wouldn't do it on the clown bike. I just stop and walk back, lock it up. But I'm biking way faster than I can go. And if I stop, I'm going to be working, I'll be struggling, I can't do it. And I thought later, afterwards, after I started thinking things to say, I realized how much I really would love to be like that with God. Be uncontrollably moving forward. And because I know that when I get out of a loop, that I'm just biking into the wind, and then I'm angry, and I can't sit down on the bike, and it sucks, and there's nothing to do, and at least at that point, when I'm going out of control, I don't have anything to think about except trying not to throw up, and trying not to crash into the guy in front of me, and trying to make sure that I'm still alive, just going for it. And I guess my prayer and desire is that somehow I can be swept up in this and somehow just get out of control enough that I'm going in the right direction instead of, I guess when I go slow, it's you're easy to bounce around, you get deflected easier. But if you're just cruising fast, I guess stuff will bounce out of the way, or God will be there, He's there with you to knock things down or help you out somehow. I don't know. After not getting in it, it's very, slow moving in there. There's a lot of hair gel and back wax or whatever. So I'm leaving the pond. Yeah, it's disgusting. Disgusting. And I said, well, God's working, because I would love to have been able to sit and watch this place in the river without having the mosquitoes or the little bugs, critters, biting me. Because it was beautiful, it was great. But God said I needed to move on, because otherwise I'd be sitting here scratching myself a lot. And I moved on. And later, I'm coming out of the pond, and I see a billowing cloud of smoke. And everyone likes fire. I don't care, you can lie, but you love fire. And so I see this cloud of smoke, and I said, well, there is smoke, there is fire, so I'm going to see some fire, and it's going to be cool. Because I want to see, as long as no one gets hurt, I want to see something really get torched. And I could tell there was a lot of smoke. Wow, what is it? There was a golf course, but the golf course wasn't on fire. But, so I said, well, I'm going to check it out. I'm on my bike, so I can go anywhere. And I rode up. And I saw an amazing sight. Stacks of bales of hay burning with flames. And there was 4 of them. And I got to stop where I wanted to on my bike. And there was people pulling over in traffic, but I got to see it all. Because I was listening to God, and I moved from where the hawk was. Because the hawk, I was praying, maybe the hawk will come back. But I can't pray about it, because then God will know I'm throwing out a sheep wool, or, I'm pulling some Gideon stuff or something. I'm just gonna, and I moved on. And I got to see this amazing fire burning, destroying all this money of these people. They got a lot of money, so I'm not sure. Hopefully, they don't go broke, because I love that fire. God He's not given up on